रमेश बाबू,
Spotlight, spotlight,
एक चुटकी सिंदूर
spotlight,
की कीमत
spotlight.
तुम क्या जाने।
In this spotlight,
रमेश बाबू।
in this.
Hello and welcome to In the Spotlight with TNG. And today's spotlight is on Akhil Banish. ये एक एक्टर है, इन्होंने NSD से पढ़ाई की, NSD बैंगलोर। ये एक्टिंग करते भी है और एक्टिंग सिखाते भी है। इन्होंने थिएटर किया है और टीवी भी किया है। तो बेसिकली इनमें टैलेंट तो फुट फुट पे पड़ा ही है। ऐसे कहने के लिए लोग कहते हैं कि इंट्रोवर्ट है, बट बचपन से जब भी इनको स्टेज पे डाल दो तो इनमें आपो आप कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाए। सो अखिल जी, वेलकम टू आवर शो।
Hello, hi Bhavesh.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming, Akhil.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
So, Akhil ji, so basically everyone knows about NSD Delhi, but you have studied NSD from Bangalore. So can you just give us a brief के exactly difference क्या है दोनों में?
Sure. So NSD, the National School of Drama, is, as everybody knows, the famous Delhi thing. That's basically, it's a 3 years course, 3 साल का course है वो, which majorly focuses on acting, designing and direction in the 3 years. So whereas so what happened with NSD Delhi is the competition was so much, and there was so much people who wants to be there and couldn't be there. So what NSD did is it started its regional centers. So one in Bangalore, one in Sikkim, like that. It has spread in 3-4 cities over India. And what the regional centers do is it provides 1 year course, एक साल का course है, which majorly focuses on acting part. So whereas the difference is 3 years, 1 year. In the 1 year course, it's majorly for actors in Bangalore, what I'm talking about. In Sikkim, it's again about literature, about designing and direction. So like that, it depends on the regional center key on what they want to focus more. So the center from which I am graduated, that's National School of Drama, Bangalore Center, Bangalore chapter it's called. So it is an intensive 1 year course for in acting. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So basically Bangalore segment is more acting based than anything else. That's what
Yes.
you're trying to say, right?
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
So now after NSD you started doing theatre. That is Nishumbita, Coalition Productions, etc. Give us a brief about your theatre experience after NSD. Before NSD, have you done theatre?
Yeah, a couple of small schools, colleges kind
Wow.
of drama.
So give
Not
us
nothing
give
professional.
us a brief difference as in what did you feel before and after doing studying acting. So basically people feel like acting हो जाता है. तो
Yeah.
कितना difference आपको लगा उसमें करने के बाद?
Definitely, there's a huge lot of difference. So my aim was to become an actor since childhood. So as any actor, if you ask, they would be like, okay, I want to be in films. I want to be the superstar. I want to have fame and all. So even I started off like that to see myself on screen someday. So there's a small thing that I want to be an actor. That's it. Then I don't know anything key essay, what is character building, etc thing. So I used to do a small school, college drama, jo bhi street play ho, nukkad natak, on stage, any college day, annual day, like that drama. So fortunately, one of my friends has suggested this NST and I got through the audition process. And fortunately, I got in. And the first 1 month of my NST experience was like, why did I even come here? Like, kya kar raha hu? Why am I going through so much to become an actor? This was my first thing after joining NSD. Ki, why should I do this? There's so much intense process. It starts off at around 7 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes it goes till 9 o'clock in the night, just with classes and play rehearsals and all. So once after the course of 1 year, the transformation that I had from that fame actor to a artist, I would say. So from maybe a hero material to an artist, I kind of seen the transformation of the pure artist, the pure actor, what I want to be in my life. So that's what NSD has done to me with processes like which concentrates more on acting, character building, mind. It's basically it works on mind, body, and voice. So the transformation from to be a good actor is what it did. And after that, wherever I have been, I would say that, okay, this tag that I've got, National School of Drama, kind of opened windows for me. Like uh, whichever theater group I approached, if I would have said that I'm from NSD, would have been they had a different kind of वो रहता है ना कि अच्छा चलो थिएटर बन रहा है, NSD क्या है, हाँ इसको एक्टिंग आती है, no problem, NSD करे. That kind of approach was there. So that was there. So that welcome was easy for me. But later, it was again, like they say, that it depends on me. Just everything was on me. Like how I would take up the play, how I would work for it. So being from a institute like NSD, it has been a great help, because I already know, like I always say that NSD has given me a certain tools and techniques which I can use anytime when I'm acting, which wouldn't be possible if I've just been like, no, just an aspirant actor or doing plays.
So basically studying, sorry to interrupt. So studying is very important. So acting, पढ़ाई करना बहुत जरूरी है. This is like ये मिथ सब लोग जो भी सुनने वाले हैं जान लो, पढ़ाई करना जरूरी है, रातों रात ऐसे एक्टर नहीं बनते. So हाँ, so आपने अलग अलग लैंग्वेजेस में भी थिएटर किया है, जैसे कि तेलुगु में आप करते हो, इंग्लिश में करते हो, हिंदी में भी किया है. सो ये आप ये डिफरेंस जब आप करते हो तो बेसिक ग्रुप में कोई ऐसे स्पेसिफिक डिफरेंसेस होता है कि हिंदी में यू आर कंफर्टेबल और इंग्लिश में यू आर कंफर्टेबल और तेलुगु में, हाउ डज इट वर्क? एज इन प्रोफेशनलिज्म इज डिफरेंट और इट इज लाइक सेम?
It's different. Definitely it's different because you are more comfortable in certain language. So आपको time save हो जाता है, you know, in learning dialogues, catching up the character. So you can work more on the character than learning dialogues. So one advantage of learning languages was basically when I was back in Bangalore, when I was doing NSD, वहाँ पे regional, because it's a regional center and audience are Kannadigas. So as an actor, it was our responsibility to give them the content what they understand. So we had to learn a language. There was no other choice. So like that, I started learning languages. So what happens with the languages, it's very important to learn the language that you're working. Like if your play is in Hindi, you need to know Hindi. If your play is in Kannada, you need to learn Kannada. Because every emotion that we try to project as an actor is through the dialogue. If for example 60% 40% if it's through the emotion, 60% conveys through the dialogue, the variations that you get in your speech, the emotions that you carry through your speech. So I was just telling to one of my students that even if you're crying but your tone sounds very neutral, then it won't be carried. Okay, one of my directors have said that if I off the video and listen to your acting, I'll still be convinced that you are emoting. So like that, language, voice, speech is very important, and difference was definitely there. To learn a language, it's about learning the culture of that place. So when you also know the culture, you learn the language, you learn the culture, that is when you can be a good actor, emote the scenes even better than what you can.
So basically, you had to learn the language to complete a play, to make it more real. That's
Yes.
what you're trying to do. That's like really
Yes,
hard
yes.
work. So I also wanted to ask you. So you have done plays in Hyderabad only, or somewhere else, as Bangalore, or some other
Yeah.
places also?
So I started my journey with a small school college drama in Hyderabad. So my performance was in Hyderabad. Then I went to Bangalore. We did it in Bangalore. Then within the time of 1 year, we could go to different places in Karnataka. Then like Dharwad and all stuff, all places. Then from there, I've performed in Delhi for Theatre Olympics. Then I performed in Pondicherry, the place where I right now doing my course, Pondicherry. Then that's it.
So there would be a different experience state-wise, right? कि पौंडीचेरी में किया तो ऐसा लोग करते हैं, बैंगलोर में ऐसा करते हैं, तो कोई ऐसा टिपिकल ऐसा कुछ है क्या? मतलब हैदराबाद में किया तो भैया ये एक्सपेक्ट करना ही है प्ले वालों से, बैंगलोर में किया तो ऐसा कोई टिपिकल ट्रेट तो होगा ना कुछ तो छोटा मोटा?
Yeah. So Kannadigas are more we can see Kannada plays there, more of Kannada language oriented plays. In Hyderabad, it's more Hindi and Telugu too. Whereas it comes to Tamil Nadu, that side it's more regional, like it's more Tamil plays. We can expect more. There's obviously other language plays, but more. So when as an actor, when I'm performing in those different places, because I'm doing the play in the language that it is written, I didn't find major difference in the acting part. Like in कि मेरे को कुछ अलग से for this audience I need to do something. I've never done that. But obviously, there's more of loud acting. Like if you see, there's more of loud acting in states like Tamil Nadu. People are more physically open. They do this physical theater. There's more of folk form in places like Tamil Nadu and Kerala also. I've not been to Kerala. I've not performed in Kerala, but just saying, in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, it's more physical, it's more body movements and all. When it comes to Karnataka, it's more of literature because their literary value are really high. It's more of literature over there. And when it comes to Hyderabad, it's more realistic in nature. It's more about relationships, family drama. थोड़ा subtle में चलता है हैदराबाद में. हम लोग cannot take like much of extra work. It will take subtle.
Basically you're trying to say that state wise emotions change हो जाते हैं, acting में जो performance style है वो change हो जाता है, और content भी कहीं ना कहीं change हो जाता है because people from different states think differently and like different things. That's what you're trying to...
Exactly. Because as I mentioned the previous thing, the culture, it matters a lot, what they want and what they see. That is what, yeah.
So basically that is like a whole new world for you to travel and do theater in different states. So मतलब साल भर में अगर 5 स्टेट में theater कर दिया तो तुमने बहुत सारा कुछ सीख लिया culture के बारे में.
Yeah, definitely. So this great experience.
So theater is basically not only teaches you how to act or improve your acting, but theater also teaches you different cultures of our country. So another reason why people should do theater, even for hobby, it teaches you a lot.
It definitely makes you a better person too.
Perfect.
Definitely.
I also wanted to ask you, now we have a brief about theater. So how did this TV thing happen to you? मतलब ये कैसे break मिला?
Sorry, I
So you were a lead actor in Mr. and Mrs. So
Okay.
ये कैसे मिला आपको? How did this happen? This was your first break, right?
This was first television experience, yeah.
How did this happen?
So I wanted to be an actor. So ऐसे नहीं है कि I don't want to do in different plans. See, I always thought that actor is an actor anywhere you go, whatever medium you do. Though there are so many complications in between, people who experience theater, television or cinema would know. So this came by my way when I started giving auditions after NSD. So I started giving auditions, and I randomly went to an audition through a reference of one of my friend. So this audition, then I went there, and fortunately they liked me. They said okay on the same day. They said okay, and we said like we'll start the shoot in a month. And there was another person, my counterpart. So what kya hua? I was the male lead, and unfortunately the girl who had to do with me couldn't do the first audition girl. So there were 4 to 5 women counterparts they had to change, and I don't know what happened, but I was constant. I thought ki अरे मेरे को निकालेंगे. It's okay, now it's done. They are changing so many girls. They are auditioning. I don't know why they are keeping me. I think they'll leave me. But then the producers and director herself liked. So like, chalo, we need Akhil. We'll find the girl, and they auditioned again and again. So it went on. So this was after NSD. After I did my NSD, I gave it's through auditions.
So basically after first audition, how many auditions you had to give for that thing, or it was only one audition?
For this project?
Yeah.
For this project, it was kind of 2 auditions.
Okay.
One in video format, 2 in the thing, and then after that I had to do a lot of auditions. That's a different story. Ki auditions देते जा रहा हूँ. It's going on. So yeah.
Right, very nice. So ये basically ये हो गया कि मैं तो बस ऐसी ऑडिशन देने गया था, सिलेक्ट हो इनिशियली फटाफट effort here. And then
Yeah.
now after getting the role, I have to give more auditions.
Yeah.
कि first break मिल गया तो life easy हो जाता है, life और difficult हो जाता है, expectations बढ़ जाते हैं,
बढ़
something
जाता
like
है.
that.
It definitely also depends on the caliber of the project, like how big is the project, what character they're looking for. So what happens usually in auditions is they say that we like. So wherever I went, the assistant director or associate who's taking the audition, they definitely said they liked it. But to get them back to us, it also depends on what are the casting agencies which is in line, which are already providing people, or what is the character specifications look wise, and etc things, how big is the project and all stuff like that. So uske baad thoda struggle to karna hai, and as an actor you need to strive, to keep on going. And so I am doing that. Yeah, as you said, that was very easy, the first thing which I got in, but later it's in a loop.
So before we move to rapid fire round, I also wanted to ask you, okay, how did this coaching begin? As in, when did you decide that I will teach acting also? So how did this journey of a teacher be? From a student to a teacher, how did this? How did you transform?
Okay, I would not consider myself as a teacher, but I would definitely consider myself as somebody who's sharing knowledge. So to quote a famous quote, which Denzel Washington said, "Each one, teach one." This has been there within me, that when I didn't know about theater, there was some friend who said, "Okay, come on, this NST, you need to go and do it." Like that, I need to motivate people and send them theater, because theater has changed everything for me. Perception, it completely changed. So there was one time when one of my college lecturers said that, why don't you just take a workshop as a hobby, just try. So I was very skeptical. No, yaar, I can't handle workshop. I don't know what to do, or what I can do. So I started off like, no, never. I'll never get into this this side of it. But when I went, so it's said, like it's proved that once you start experimenting with yourself, you'll understand the real capabilities, potentials of you. So when I started this with first workshop, the amount of response from the students, how they reacted to the things that I am being saying, how they were motivated, how they started. Even there were few people who took up theater after that. So I started my first workshop with a degree college of first year degree students, different departments. So there were so many people who took up theater after the workshop. So that kind of motivated me. It kind of gave me a new arena, this, so where I can share my knowledge, where I can motivate people. So usually people who are into art field are kind of, look for motivation. They are themselves want a lot of self motivation. So try to that in our courses, majorly to teach acting and to also motivate them to become good actors and to take up theater in life, if they're wanting to become good actor.
Basically, apart from, so this also happened by chance, and now that you happen to teach people, now you like teaching, I would say, and now more than teaching, you like to inspire. That would be a perfect statement for you after listening to you. Okay, I like to inspire people.
Yeah.
So now that we are done with the basic introduction, we'll move to the next segment, which Sarita will and that is rapid fire question. So यहाँ पे थोड़े आपको तीखे क्वेश्चन भी मिल सकते हैं.
तो अखिल, ये रैपिड फायर में आपको मैं क्वेश्चंस पूछूंगी जहाँ पे आपको एनी वन सेलेक्ट करना होता है. Anyone you have to choose, okay? So the first question is for you. If you had to choose any one, big screen, TV or theater?
I would definitely go for theater any day. Any day theater gives me a lot of satisfaction as an actor. So definitely go for theater any day.
All right. Okay. According to you, who is a better actor, Chiranjeevi or Rajnikant?
Okay. So yeah, if I ask Chiranjeevi sir, he would also say that Rajnikant sir is the great actor. So I would also go for Rajnikant sir. But definitely both are the legends, and we all are seekers, we all are learners. So definitely both are great, but yeah, I would choose Rajnikant sir.
Okay. And the other question is, which of these industry make best films? Hollywood, Tollywood, or Bollywood?
Okay. I know you decided to make me get into soup. Okay. It's the content basically. So it's wherever it is, it's the content. So sometimes content, when it gets commercialized, we kind of lose that zeal. So I would, if it being content in the forefront, I would choose Hollywood.
Hollywood. Okay.
Yeah.
आपका अगला सवाल है, who is your favorite actress? Choose anyone. सौंदर्या,
Okay.
अनुष्का और काजल अग्रवाल.
So I would choose Soundarya ma'am.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not being diplomatic, but I think the other actresses in the list also would say that she is the legend. So, and I like her, the way she portrays the characters, each character in a different way. And I love that. Soundarya ma'am, yeah.
All right. So, a place to be an actor, the city, that would be Hyderabad or Mumbai?
Hyderabad for me.
Hyderabad.
बहुत competition है यार मुंबई में. Yeah. So many people, so much struggling. Even Hyderabad's not less, but I would start off with Hyderabad definitely for sure.
Okay. So Akhil, the other question is, if you had to choose any scene in a movie, that would be like which scene, like comedy, action, or romance, romantic wala scene?
There's something else which I like apart from these three options, that as an actor I would like to perform tragedy more, where I can the dark side of the character, like jo bhi crying or both emotional, that sort of thing I would like to do. So I would choose tragedy then comparatively to these three. But if it is something from this, I would choose maybe action. Yeah.
Okay. अगला सवाल है कि मीन्स जैसे कि साउथ इंडस्ट्री में एक्टर्स जैसे कि पवन कल्याण है, चरण तेज है, अल्लू अर्जुन, ये एक्टर्स है. अगर किसी को आपका रोल प्ले करने के लिए बोला जाए इसमें से, तो आप किसे चूज करोगे? किसी एक को आपको चूज करना है.
God, I am kind of very small and like they need not to do my role at all. I would prefer to do my own role because in the given options they're really big stars, and I look up to them, so I don't think so they should be doing that role. I would be doing.
Not give any answer, like no answer for it.
I will do my role. Yeah.
So basically,
because
Akhil wants to say that he is better doing his role, or
no.
That's what he's trying to say, right?
No, not at all.
Choose one, right?
I would beg and plead Allu Arjun sir maybe, but yeah. If I had to choose from the given options, maybe Allu Arjun sir. Yeah.
If you had to choose any one comedian in South industry, तो वो कौन होंगे? ब्रह्मानंदम सर होंगे या फिर सुनील? किसे आप?
I get connected more to Sunil. I would choose Sunil. Yeah. So yeah, my childhood has been with Sunil sir, seeing him doing comedy and laughing over nicely with it. So I would choose Sunil.
Okay. And if you get a chance to work with any actress, South actress, I'll give you the option. You have to choose any one. Yeah.
Okay.
First is Tamanna Bhatia.
Oh, okay.
Second is Rashmika.
All right.
And third one is Bhumika Chawla. So whom would you choose? Yeah.
So can I get to act with all the three in one film? Oh.
No, you have to choose only one here now.
Choose only one.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to work with Bhumika ma'am because yeah, वो जो childhood crush रहता है ना, after seeing Kushi film and I was like fida, and so if I get a chance to work with her, there's nothing like that. So yeah, I mean I think everybody would have got fida over that role in Kushi. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. So the rapid fire question round is done. Okay.
Oh, thank
So
God.
अभी अच्छा लग रहा है अखिल को. Wow, अच्छा.
Now I can get like relaxed. Okay, chalo, abhi पूछो. Yeah, cool.
So the other segment would be taken by Suhas.
I'm gonna expect some deep questions, serious
Yes.
ones. Okay.
Yes, the serious one.
Okay. All set. All set.
So, which is the one thing or the things which you have learnt in TV, not in theater?
Learn in TV and not in theater.
Yeah.
Is it okay? To cheat the audience. I mean, it's all about camera, so the audience really don't know what's happening behind the camera. So sometimes we don't have the counter person there, or sometimes on the over the shoulder shot where there's another person's back is visible. So they might keep someone else and they shoot. So audience are undoubtedly cheated on the electronic media platform. So, and theater, it's not possible. Never.
Okay.
And you can do different takes, like you don't get the emotion, so you can do a different take, but not in theater.
Yeah. I have heard that theater is the truest form of acting.
Yeah.
Do you
Yes.
agree? Do you agree with this point?
Absolutely. You have heard it right, and that's for sure. Any day, it would be the truest form as an artist, and I think everybody who has done theater will agree to it. Definitely, even if they are doing extremely great in on the other platforms, they would definitely agree that theater is the one which gives the true essence for an actor.
Yeah. So moving on to the next question, which is, does nepotism exist in TV industry?
So I kind of have this approach towards nepotism that nepotism is there everywhere. Yeah, like it's kind of there everywhere. Just because this is a glamour field, it is more into the public. It's on public's face like that. But nepotism is there everywhere. Every damn place you go, there is nepotism. I just go to a government office. If I have a recommendation, my work is done easily. I go to a temple if I have a MLA saying that okay, this person is my person. I'm just giving an example. So मेरे को वो दर्शन करने में I'll get more 5 minutes or a special line मिल जाएगा. So these all are parts of nepotism. These are kind of nepotism where somebody else is giving you preference or helping you to get a better opportunity or grab on a better thing. So in television or TV, when it comes to the talent, I would support the talent more, but nepotism is there everywhere and it will prevail everywhere. There's nothing like yeah.
Have you faced it? Like,
not yet. Waiting for it.
Yeah. So there are times
I'm
when
just
you're
backing up sorry to interrupt. I'm just backing up some contacts of mine, where I can just say, okay, I know this person. I haven't faced it. I'm just waiting for it. Yeah.
Oh, that was great. So let's move on to the next question. I have heard this personally कि जो भी industry है, I spoke to a person who is in the Telugu industry and he said कि हमको काम मिल जाता है, okay? They don't they promise us to pay some money and they don't.
Yeah.
This has happened many times and this is a very big flaw, he says. So what are your thoughts on this particular incident?
My thoughts on the concept of not paying, I would definitely have an opinion, but I don't know whether I should blame the industry for it, particularly Telugu or Hindi or jo bhi hai. Because I generally didn't experience the other industries. So I would say I just had a recent approach towards it. I got a call for a video song offer and I accepted to it and I agreed. I liked the concept, I liked the song. It's an original song, I loved it. But I don't know why, but there's a lenience that a beginner might prevail, like that preconceived notion कि चलो यार ये कर लेगा, ये बंदा कर लेगा यार, इसको he'll get an opportunity to show his work. That is true. We get an opportunity to show our work everywhere. But the respect, because in this world survival, we need money, and that is what at the end that everybody is working for. We need to get paid. That's what the thing, right? Even though we don't want to be commercial, artists are, I don't think so any artist would like to be commercial, but it's a respect that we show for their time and their work. Okay, so but it's there everywhere that they just said that no sir, when I asked them after 2 days, because they're not talking about the remuneration, they said no sir, there's no remuneration for this project. I was like, okay, I would maybe on the goodwill part I do it, but as an artist I would never ask anybody to come and work for free. It is a certain small gesture because that is what is needed at the end, to respect their work, their time and efforts majorly. So it's a big time flaw here or anywhere, not paying the artists after using them. Big time flaw. It needs to be changed, and it will change when the artist kind of have confidence in their work and start saying no. Because for me, if you take me as an example, all the training that I've taken or what I'm doing right now will go for waste if I'm kind of going and doing on free job. Yeah.
I've seen this in the singing industry also, that so you just sing a song and they just send you away without any money. Okay, you have done a good, but the thing about that singing field was कि 4-5 लोगों से same गाना गवाते हैं वो लोग, and they select one of them. If yours get selected, they just tell कि thank you and they send you back. So
that's bad. Already I think all the artists जो भी है singers या जो भी actors है, we all are freelancers. If you see in a broader aspect, we work in part and parcel. In that spite, when you and it's not an easy job, yaar. Nobody, anybody can act. That is true, but nobody can be a good actor. Like just like somebody cannot be a good actor. No, when we are giving when we are putting that efforts to do a small part of it, it takes our whole, like what do you say, the whole blood, sweat, and soul to do that, and that needs to be respected. And I would stand for paying the actors or giving them that respect. However small the role is, however small the actor is, he needs to be respected.
That's the form of respect you provide to an actor. The money is the respect you provide. It's not the credits that you provide. No, obviously he should get credits, but also money for that, because some people just give credits and leave.
Yeah, I see. Obviously, and there's another thing also to the same thing. Sometimes they don't give the credit. They put someone else's name. It happens in a couple of times where you write the dialogues, but you sell the dialogues. Like in the sense, they give you money. Chalo, acha, theek hai, we are buying this, and they put their name. So it's kind of happening everywhere. So one of my friend had got through this. I don't want to take names, but yeah. So even that is very wrong. See, it's very simple. You are doing the work that you are selected for, and as a responsible director or a casting agent or a producer, you give him what he's looking for. If it's money, if he's okay with not having money, it's okay. It's totally cool. But it's your responsibility to give him the respect in money, because the whole world runs on money. We all work for it at the end of the day. Surely satisfaction, the amount of efforts that we do, surely definitely it's any day more than the money, but money runs the world, unfortunately. Sad fact. So respect him, however small the actor is, to pay him the reward. Yeah.
So like how is the reaction, like how was the reaction of your family when they got to know you wanted to become an actor? Did they support you?
Yeah, unlike many of my other friends who could get support in their family, I've been kind of the lucky one out. So they said, okay, chalo, you want to do it, but make sure that you're doing it right. You know, because fortunately, I was lucky enough to identify at a very young age that मेरे को actor बनना. I want to be a actor. So with that point, I just kind of I did not divert anywhere. I did not select MPC or some YPC and got around the bush and came to acting. No, I decided my path that I want to be an actor somewhere around 6th or 7th class, and then from that time, whatever step I am taking was towards the part. So kind of looking into this kind of somewhere, I would say my parents have really supported me in providing me the resources and amount of confidence. They ask, obviously, till we make it big into the industry, anybody would be scared. But they had that part, what do you say, that belief. Yes, he will do it. That's enough. If you get that from family, I think anybody can become anything what they want. Because at the end of the day, when you come back after doing something, you don't want to listen like, kya kya hai life mein. You would get motivated. So if you, at least whatever you're doing is good, go ahead. Smallest of smallest things should also count. If these things that we hear, it throws you like next level, like it gives you that confidence, boosts you. So that's what I'm lucky enough to get that support from my family. So yeah, now it's my part. They said clearly, chalo karo, now go karna hai.
So I just wanted to ask कि जो भी upcoming actors है, so what advice do you want to give to the upcoming actors from Hyderabad, to be specific?
From Hyderabad. Okay. So firstly, I would just generally say about the upcoming or the actors along with me who's trying to be the next one in the list. So I would say that अगर तेरे को डॉक्टर बनना है तो MBBS, right? And if you want to become an engineer, you'll go through all the studies that you're going. So why not for acting? Acting is in fact tougher job than all these. So first of anything, train yourself. Get a proper training done for yourself.
That
if you want to
the same thing, sorry to interrupt, the same thing, I just wanted to ask how to start. Like there are theater groups, and where can you start your journey? Like okay, let's start it from the 10th class. After what do you do after 10th class, and just continue the
see you want to become an actor or artist, anything, minimum education is important. You know, as a human being, to know the ethic, values, general awareness, minimum education is definitely important. And with the minimum education, I would say, if +1, +2 could be the minimum education, or the degree. Because when it comes to degree level after +1, +2, it becomes specific studies. So I would say, maybe if you take me as an example, I'm nobody in this world. Okay, so from so after 10th, I've chosen something which is easier for me to get into acting. Okay, so I was chosen commerce, so which is kind of easy to finish it. And with commerce, what happens is when you're doing something like an easy subject, you'll get good amount of time for you to concentrate on the other skills that you have. If you want to be a footballer, you can concentrate on being a footballer. If you want to be a singer, going for classes. If you want to be an actor, you can try doing monologues or something. So the amount of time that you give for one thing reduces when you're doing something easier. And I would not say it's easier or something, but it is something closer, nearer to the dream that I want to approach. So I've taken commerce. Like that, when it comes to the next level of it, that was my degree. I've taken something which comes very close. So there's a huge area that has got nearer. That is, I've done my journalism, media. So this is the time I say I've gone a little strategical, because when I do media and journalism, in those 3 years of my degree, I can make n number of contacts. in the world of television or in the world of news journalism, print media, electronic media, jo bhi, it's all about filmmaking, it's all about this. So that's how I went little strategic in there.
Is it BMM what you're telling me?
Yeah, Bachelor of Arts Mass Communication.
Okay.
It's basically BA, maybe it's called Mass Communication. Yes.
Yeah, Mass Communication
Bachelor
in
of Arts.
journalism. That's the
In
course.
journalism.
Yeah.
That's the course. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, that's kind of very near to the dream of me. Like, and I also need to finish my education. So I've chosen that, and that opened my doors into television. I've worked with news channels. I've worked with entertainment channels as a assistant director or jo bhi crew member hai. So that kind of gave me a far away picture. How does industry work? If you want to be an actor, what are the requirements? So I kind of narrowed down everything that is this course is giving me, the concept from an actor's point of view. Ki yahan se dekho, you're seeing from the actor's point of view on how is the industry working, what are the demands of the industry. You need to maintain yourself, you need to be really good with your communication skills, you need to equip certain skills. Like, you cannot just get up from your bed and go and become an actor. No, you need to grab some skills. Okay, more than the looks part of it, I would say the skills part of it, that learning is very important, where you're learning different methods, techniques, etc. So from the time I joined media, I decided, okay, chalo, this is the last stage of my educational background in another thing, in the side thing. So after degree, I went up to give my proper training in an institute called National School of Drama. There are certain institutes like that. There are works which goes on, like small scale, large scale. So there's something called as Film Television Institute of India. You need to write an exam to get in. There's an NSD. There's Anupam Kher School. There is so many institutes are there. There's small scale institutes in Hyderabad also, which is kind of giving 3 months training, 4 months training. Like Madhu Film Institute Hyderabad gives 4 months training. Uttej Film Institute gives certain months. So there's openings everywhere, but it's important for you to go and find what you want. Nobody comes to you. So like that, I kind of paved every step of mine towards the goal, and I'm still in the process to get there.
That was a great answer. Thank you for answering it in such a precise way that our audience gain something from this. At least the people who want to pursue acting can just follow the path you have suggested, or at least you have gone through to become a good actor.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next segment. This is again being hosted by me.
Oh, so okay. So it's gonna be serious again?
No, it's not going to be serious this time. It's acting challenge. Okay. So
it's a task for me. Okay.
So I'll give you a dialogue. Okay. And then I'll give you an emotion.
Okay.
So I want to give you a dialogue in Telugu language.
All right.
Yeah. So the first one goes, Veera Shankar Reddy. Mokke gadan pigeste piga kosta. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
That one in the first in the original style.
All right.
Yeah, and then you got emotional while saying this dialogue. Intense.
So I need to be like original.
Yeah.
Like
what
was
original,
the emotion?
You have to intensify the scene, and you have to.
So look, it's already like in an anger mode. So I need to intensify the anger, or it will be like
no.
I need to
being emotional. You need to cry like.
Emotional, like I need to cry. Oh, okay. The meaning of the dialogue doesn't go well in crying.
That's why this is acting challenge.
I get you. So Suhas, Thank you. Okay. So I'll just give you, before telling this dialogue, I would say this is the most loved or told dialogue by me to my friends to irritate them. Being this Chiranjeevi fan from childhood, I used to always call him, buddy, just listen to me. I need to tell you that. And he used to be like, oh man, okay, enough. I've heard it so many times. Anyways, thanks for reminding me again back in school. Okay. All right, can I start? Okay. Veerashankar Reddy, Mokke Kadani Peekeste, Peka Costa. Okay, that is kind of bad imitating. Okay, so, okay, you want me to cry now? Okay.
For this one made me cry. I was laughing at this.
I think people who know Telugu and who see this dialogue, they'll laugh.
Sir, actually, I was about to give you hanky a zoom with that, I couldn't.
Oh my God. It's okay.
No, basically, Suhas and Sarita both are Telugu people, so they understand what you are saying. And that's the reason why Suhas is hosting this particular round, because he understands Telugu very well.
Suhas.
Yeah.
Let's meet out there.
Sure.
So this means that if you pluck that plant, I'll chop off your head. So so you cry for it and you okay, cool. Anyways.
Yeah. So the next one goes, na peru Shivamani, na koncham mental.
Okay.
Okay, so for this one, I want Bhavesh to give an emotion. He doesn't have any idea what this dialogue is and what it is about. So Bhavesh will give you the emotion. And
literally, I have no idea about it.
Yeah.
So I just repeat the dialogue. I just try to give some random emotion.
Okay. So na peru Shivamani, na koncham mental.
Comedy.
All right.
No, first in the original style and then.
Original, I actually kind of don't remember, but
so, okay, you can just hop on to the next one.
Basically, original emotion, maybe original emotion with the dialogue
in your style.
Yeah.
Like, how would you say the same dialogue?
All right. Na peru Shivamani is cool. Hey, Suhas. Shivamani ra. Koncham ment. Nanni pikkako. Yeah, so this would be, yeah.
I got scared. क्या हो गया sir?
Okay.
Yeah.
सर मैं आपको सुहास का एड्रेस दे दूंगी, मैं आपको एड्रेस दे
I,
दूंगी। हाँ।
I think this dialogue goes well with Suhas after making me do what I did. The
Yes,
first
yes.
one.
So now comedy.
Okay, now you want.
Yeah, comedy.
Same dialogue in comedy.
Okay. చెప్పారా అరే సుహాస్ గా నా పేరు నా పేరు సుహాస్ కాదు, నా పేరు శివ అని. నాకు కొంచెం mental. సరిత మేడం. Yeah, that's it.
Great. You are just okay. So
Yeah.
this one, the last one, I want it to be
Okay.
your favorite dialogue.
My
Okay.
favorite dialogue.
Yeah, your favorite dialogue in the original style or your style, and after that, after listening to the style, now Sarita will give you an emotion.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite dialogue. So I have this habit of writing dialogues. Abhi nahi, when I was a kid, so I used to write dialogues from films, and like there's a whole book. So I think this dialogue of Chiranjeevi sir has been one which I've been kind of liking it from a long time. But I don't think I can tell the whole thing. It's a long one. I'll just make like just a couple of lines I'll tell. ప్రస్తుతానికి సొసైటీలో ఉన్న మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లం లంచం. అదే నా ఆవేదన, సగటు భారతీయుడి ఆవేదన. సార్, వయసు పైపడ్డ కన్నతల్లి కళ్ళ ముంచి చనిపోతుంటే కాలతరం తెలిసి ఏం చేయలేక కన్నీళ్ళు పెట్టుకుంటాం. అలాంటి కన్నతల్లు ఎందనో కన్న భరతమాట లంచం అని మహామారి సోకి చచ్చిపోతుంటే ఎలా ఊరుకుంటాను సార్? Okay, this is the dialogue. This is what I could remember.
I think it is Chiranjeevi ka dialogue.
It's Chiranjeevi sir's.
So for this,
Yeah.
मुझे भी emotion देना है ना?
Okay, one second, just a second. Can I just repeat it, because I think I just missed one line in between. Is it okay?
Okay, yeah, okay, do it.
ప్రస్తుతం okay, I'll just కళ్ళ నుంచి అనుకుంటుంది కాలం తెలుసు ఎలా అనుకుంటుంది. Okay, I'll just try it again. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
ప్రస్తుతం సొసైటీలో ఉన్న మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లం లంచం. అదే నా ఆవేదన, సగటు భారతీయుడి ఆవేదన. సార్, వయసు పైపడ్డ కన్నతల్లి కళ్ళ ముందు చనిపోతుంటే కాలతరం తెలిసి ఏం చేయలేక కన్నీళ్ళు పెట్టుకుంటాం. అలాంటి కన్నతల్లి అందులో కన్న భర్తమాత లంచం అనే మహామారి సోకి అకాల మనంతో అర్థాంతంగా చనిపోతుంటే ఎలా ఊరుకుంటాం సార్? ఇండియా ఇస్ ద గ్రేటెస్ట్ కంట్రీ. ఒక ఇండియా 250 సింగపూర్తో సమానం. ఒక ఇండియా 8 జపాన్లతో సమానం. ఇండియా జనాభా 102 కోట్లు. అమెరికా జనాభా 28 కోట్లు. 28 కోట్లు ఒక బిల్ గేట్స్ పుడితే మన దాంట్లో ఎంతమంది పుట్టాలి సార్?
तो कैसे याद रख लिया इतना बड़ा डायलॉग?
For your emotion, I think I kind of do it short. I don't know what is gonna come.
So the emotion what will I give you is fear.
Yeah.
About the fear.
Fear?
Yeah, fear.
Oh, okay. Good, it was not romantic. I would gone mad. Okay. Extreme fear? All right. ప్రస్తుతం సొసైటీలో ఉన్న మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లం లంచం. అదే ఆవేదన, సగటు భారతీయుడి ఆవేదన. సార్, వాయిస్ భయపడ్డ కళ్ళ ముందు చనిపోతుంటే కాదరు తెలిసి ఏం చేయ కన్నీ పెట్టుకున్నా. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Amazing, guys. Awesome.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
So energetic, and I felt your emotions. I absolutely loved your acting. Yeah, it was like,
So basically,
it was not planned. Yeah.
And basically I had no idea what he is speaking, but I could still feel it कि भाई कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, कोई आके कुछ गड़बड़ है इनके लाइफ में कुछ तो करके. So it was amazing. In fact, all the dialogues which you spoke, although I couldn't understand anything, I loved the way you did it. So as an audience, I loved it. So thank you very much for doing it improv.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much. It was
And
exciting
yes,
for me too.
For Bhavesh,
But I should meet Suhas, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this one is for Bhavesh. He'll give you a dialogue which is in Hindi
okay.
and an
All
emotion.
right.
Yeah. So that Bhavesh
Okay.
Bhavesh could understand that intensity.
Bhavesh could
or
also get satisfied with this cruelty that you're showing on me. Okay. All right. Let's go.
So basically, I don't really. I'm very kind person. So I don't actually give difficult things.
Okay.
So I'll give a very popular dialogue, very famous dialogue from Bollywood, by Amitabh Bachchan. So very easy.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
It's only a one-liner. It's only
Okay. Okay. What is it?
Actually, I'll give you two dialogues, but okay. First, we'll start with Amitabh Bachchan, easy wala. It's like, रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं, नाम है शहनशाह. In his style first. Very
I don't think so. I can do his style. Like, okay. रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं, नाम है शहनशाह. That's the dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry with the Hindi slang of mine. I don't know. I don't know his style. I cannot match his style. I'll just do it like kind of what I could. Then so this is just a trial. Then you'll give me your emotion, right? Right. I can see the kindness. Hey. रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे बाप लगता है, नाम है शहनशाह. Okay, that's like I don't know Hindi. Okay, Hindi.
So now you got the feel of the dialogue, right? What it's power, right?
Yeah.
So now you have to do the same dialogue where you have no power.
Oh, okay.
It's very kind, very easy.
Very, yeah, definitely, and definitely
power at
very. So I am kind of no one.
Lachar sort of, but you are still giving this dialogue.
Sorry.
Lachar as in
Helpless.
That
helpless. You are helpless, but then you are
still I'm telling you.
A helpless person speaking these words. So, but you have to be helpless.
Speaking, तुम्हारा बाप है with helplessness. Cool. रिश्ते में तुम्हारे बाप लगता है ऐसा. नाम शहनशाह. Okay.
So now that you are doing really good, only one.
Oh no.
Before we move on to the next segment.
मजा आ रहा है देख के acting से.
Yeah, so this is actually last dialogue. So see this dialogue, the Shahnshah wala is sort of a trend.
Okay.
So I also the trend in our acting challenge. So,
Okay.
And this is another dialogue which is very simple. This is done by a female, and it is very easy.
Kind, you are too kind, yeah.
एक चुटकी सिंदूर की कीमत तुम क्या जानो रमेश बाबू. And you are a female, and you have to act as a female, normal emotions. Very easy. I know you can pull it off आराम से. So yeah.
एक चुटकी सिंदूर की कीमत तुम क्या जाने, रमेश बाबू, राइट?
एक चुटकी सिंदूर की कीमत तुम क्या जानो, रमेश बाबू. वेरी सिंपल.
Okay, just a second. What is the emotion that the dialogue? I mean, in the sense, in the film, I've not seen that.
Whatever you feel. So that liberty I give you. So
Okay.
you understand the context of the meaning, right? Matlab,
Yeah. Got it.
Hindu is like,
Yeah.
you don't understand.
Ramesh Babu. एक चुटकी सिंदूर की कीमत तुम क्या जानो, रमेश बाबू, तुम क्या जानो. Yeah. So that's the thing. I'm sorry to all the film dialogue fans of this, and I'm really sorry to crucifying it like this with this kind man
Sarita,
sitting here.
Sarita, can you do it in Hindi? Should I give you that challenge?
Yeah, I'll try.
So you have seen the original dialogue, right?
Yeah.
So Sarita, please do it, and then we'll give him emotion.
Again.
Oh, no,
shit.
they're still there. Okay.
Well,
I think Suhas was better. Suhas was the light version.
Sarita, please.
एक चुटकी सिंदूर तुम क्या जानो, रमेश बाबू, एक चुटकी सिंदूर.
So this is how the original was similar to this, not obviously not exactly same, but yes, it was a little वो पुराना dialogue था ना, तो थोड़ा
Oh, melodrama, right?
yeah, melodrama sort of.
Okay, got it.
So now that you know the crux of this dialogue, you have seen Sarita doing it. You want to do? I want Sarita to do it again to get the crux.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a kind person. The actual kind person.
So now you have to do it in. You think what do you think? What is coming next?
What? Like, should I guess that what you're gonna give me?
Yeah.
What is it? Anger, or is it
The frustrated wife.
frustrated wife? What is that?
Suhas, any guesses?
I'm just giving idea.
Suhas, any wild guess?
No, absolutely no idea. No.
So basically,
Yeah. Come on, come
you
for
are
it. I'm ready for it.
Romantic
you
नहीं
are a
करना.
manly wife.
Uh-huh.
You are a manly female. You are not a female. You are a manly female, sort of. मतलब tomboyish.
Okay.
And you are still going to give this dialogue. A tomboyish female. Again, very simple. Nothing difficult in it. Please do it. But you should look like a female, but tomboyish.
And I need to go for this and this and this and this.
That you decide. No, that is your.
All
liberty.
right.
We give liberty to the artist.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it? Is it okay? Oh, I should look like a female. I mean, I should be a female. Right? Okay. Hi. रमेश बाबू, एक चुटकी सिंदूर की कीमत तुम क्या जाने. रमेश बाबू. Okay, that's what I think. Okay.
This was fun. This was relaxed.
This was fun, right? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was very fun.
This was fun for us at least.
Yeah, that is what I meant. That is what I meant. Yeah. Cool, let's go.
Yeah.
It's good that only 3 people are here. If it was like 4 or 5 people, I would have been like, okay, God.
Yeah.
मतलब
Yeah.
जो
So-
instant जो transitions लिए है ना अखिल ने, मतलब जो भी हम act उनको दे रहे हैं transition एकदम
Hmm.
pure एकदम acting उसमें involve हो जाना, that was great. यूं ऐसे चुटकियों में चेंज होना, वो मुझे बहुत बढ़िया
Okay, thank you.
So I guess that's it, unless and until Suhas has something to add. Suhas, please.
Yes. So this segment has ended. So the next segment is quote to note.
Thank you, Suhas. It was amazing, and I hope Akhil also enjoyed acting. And
Definitely, after a long time, I've been acting. Seriously, after a long time, from the time the lockdown was announced, there was no acting business. Only acting training was going on, but not.
I wonder whether you felt like you were being ragged for a minute.
You wanted me to feel?
No, if you didn't, then it's okay. Because if you felt like that, then
Okay, I think I should say I did, because if I didn't, you will make me feel again. Now it's okay. It's completely.
So that was not the
very officially clean ragging. Yeah.
No, that was not an intention. We were trying to make sure that was not an intention. So we are glad that you didn't feel like that.
No.
So now, we had good serious discussions. We had good fun discussions, and we enjoyed the way you acted, and it was like super entertainment for us as viewers.
Yeah.
And now, getting a little back to this serious discussion.
Definitely.
So we as a team feel that every human has a quote which is very close to him. And is there any such quote for you that you can say, or it could be multiple quotes also. So any particular quote which you would like to share with us, which has inspired you as a human in your life and also in other fields. Overall, an inspiring quote for you.
All right. So if I just turn my camera, there are a couple of quotes that I tend to read daily, or in between days where I'm feeling low or something. Definitely, I would say, thanks for this segment. I think every aspiring being, whatever field is in, would really look up to people who have already achieved there and look up to their speeches and the quotes that they give. It's kind of a fuel that boosts you up when you listen to them and kind of relate. When you relate it, it's amazing. So there are a couple of quotes, if I can mention. So I would first like to quote Morgan Freeman. He says this one beautiful thing that wherever he is, in whatever place or whatever state of mind, even if he's not getting paid well, even if he's not kind of paid well, he still continues to act in whatever smallest of smallest troops he finds. So I kind of got this, kind of heard this quote for the first time in 2017 when I was looking for taking up. So that made me, just hold on to this like never before. That acting is what I want to do and it is what I am made for. If not acting, I don't want to do anything in life. And it inspires me so much that if a stature like Morgan Freeman is saying this, who am I? Like I can do it. If he's doing it, definitely. So whatever it is in my life, whatever happens to me, it could drastically emotionally, even if I'm going on a bad phase, I would still go the next morning and act, is what I believe. And there is Denzel. I would like to quote Denzel Washington. He says that a true desire for something you want to achieve in your life, or whatever you want to do, whether it is a true desire for something good, you want to help somebody, you want to achieve money, you want to attain fame, or you want to attain a dream, is the God's it's a God's saying beforehand that it is meant for you. That desire, that itch what you have within you, it's a God's saying that you are made for it. So my desire is for acting, and I believe that I need to believe, and I believe that I'm made for this, and I'm gonna achieve that. So, and yeah, just one more quote and I'll end with that. So Will Smith says this, that why should you be realistic? Okay, being realistic is commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why should one be realistic? You have to believe that something different can happen, and you have to believe that something you have to just believe and make the path. Why should you always be, many of people try to be in this practical world, so-called practical world. कि यार हमसे क्या होगा यार, like what can we do? We are just normal people coming from middle class families. My father is an ex-serviceman, my mother is a housewife. What can I do? No, I cannot achieve. If people like Virat Kohli or people like Chiranjeevi, people like Amitabh Bachchan or any of them who are successful, if they would have even thought for a second कि यार नहीं यार हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा, they would have never achieved what they achieve right now. So I think being realistic in certain things is okay, but in certain things I think you need to go out and out of the box and try to achieve which has not been achieved in maybe past 15 million years. That's what he says. So these 3 quotes really drive me, many more, but yeah, these 3 quotes I would say really drive me so much. Whenever I feel like not so good or something, I just go up to these people here.
Nice, very nice. So it was actually very intense, and we could feel how emotional you were while speaking also, so that we could feel the connect for the quote. So this is the quote to note, guys. So जिंदगी में कभी कहीं पे भी डिप्रेशन आ जाएगा तो ये 3 कोट तो याद रखना कि कभी भी दुखी मत होते सब लोग हैं, बट उसको ओवरवेल्म मत होने देना, and keep fighting. So this is what I could tell you in brief, and thank you very much Akhil for coming, and this was like a very good session for us, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed it.
Definitely, I loved it. I seriously loved it, and I would love to associate with you people in future. And it's really an energetic team. Bhavesh has been a very good host. He started off really energetic, gave me that comfort, I would say. Sarita had tried to put me in the soup. I tried overcoming it, and Suhas, okay, kind of. He pushed me further, like, ja, yaar, go attain this. And then the most kind person in the team, Bhavesh, took over, and yeah, everyone knows what he did. And thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. I loved it. I enjoyed it.
Fantastic. So that's the whole crux of it. If you enjoyed it, we all loved it. And before just ending it, we would just like last few words from you. We talked about being strong. We talked about the difficulties which actors face. So we want to end it with an inspirational message for the struggling actors, which I guess you were speaking when Suhas asked you in his thing, but basically it was more technical then. Now it is more of an emotional journey or emotional thing or something inspirational. What inspires you, or how should people keep on doing it mentally, how to be strong, because this field is not easy, like people know, right?
Yes.
So please.
Okay, so as I previously said, and I mentioned the quotes, everybody is on the same path. Like all these actors who are trying to give motivate us, I've gone through similar struggle or even more at times. So it's not something which never done before. It is something which is done, and we as aspiring people to do something different in life, I would like to quote, I would like to mention Sri Sri, a poet in Telugu, very famous, legendary poet. He says through one of his poems, ఎలాగో బతకాలనుకుంటే ఎలాగైనా బతికేవాడిని, కానీ ఇలాగే బతకాలనుకున్నా దీనికోసం నేను ఏదైనా చేస్తాను. So the meaning of it is basically, if I want to live like just like that or whatever it is, I would have lived, but I thought I would live like this and I would do anything for it. So when you are trying to do something which is kind of not easy, kind of out of the box, complications, complexities, troubles, emotional breakdowns, wanting to quit are part of it. First, realize this, and this is how you'll get stronger. Without seeing the dark side of anything, you will never be able to appreciate the brightness of it. Okay, without seeing the dark, you'll never be able to appreciate the light. Like that, all the dark phase, what you would be going through before you make it or even after you make it is a training process. It's a process that everybody goes through, and never ever think that that's the end and go back. If you're going back 10 steps, come forward even more. So I would just say that everybody is in the same boat, everybody will struggle, and that is the norms of life. Struggle harder, fail bigger, and come back even more stronger, and keep working, never give up. Don't fall behind things like the seductions of the world, I would say, like something like money, something like could be luxurious things, or some which are like, life could also be okay and the same without these. Don't fall behind them, fall behind your passion. These are part of it. It will definitely come to you.
Very nice. So basically it is said that night is the darkest before the dawn. So so sort of we can relate this particular message from you. So before, thank you very much, Akhil. It was a very inspirational message. And before we end this, we want you to give us a pose. So हम लोग सब लोग उसको replicate करेंगे for our thumbnail.
Oh, virtual pose. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
That's all done.
All right.
So nice.